Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to this YouTube channel. Basically, what I'm going to do with this YouTube channel is to be teaching you guys some tutorials, coding tutorials, and today I'm not going to uh, introduce myself that much, but I just want you guys to know that if you have any problems with programming, can just feel free to contact me or drop your questions in the comments. So basically what we are going to be, the programming language we are going to be starting with is Python. Python, I believe I want to start with Python because it's like the simplest language out there, almost the simplest programming language out there, and for those of you who haven't programmed yet, if you start with Python, you're really going to enjoy programming. So basically, if you don't have Python installed, or you don't have any IDE or any code saver, what you're going to do is come to repl.it or repl.com, and all you need to do, we're going to click new repl. When you come, you're going to see a button right over here. When you click the button, you can click any language you want. So I'm going to go with Python, and I'm going to name this variables. Yeah, just basically variables in Python. Now before we jump into the coding, I just want let me just define what a variable is in Python. Now, from my understanding and knowledge of variables, I can say that a Python variable is like a location, or let me say a reserved memory location to store values. Or you can just say a variable in Python programming gives data to the computer for processing. And basically, you can store values. What is simply trying to say is you can store values in Python in variables. I can store numbers, I can store a list of things, I can store names in Python. So if I say name is equals David, and always note that you have to put your you have to put whatever you're going to type in the variable in quotes. That way it will come out as you want it. So if I say names equal to David, Mary, Ruth, I have to put those names in quotes. Otherwise it's going to have an error, because anything you don't store in quotes has to be a type. For example, I'm saying names equal to, when we say names, it means Python knows it's either a variable or a dictionary or a tuple, or those kinds of things. But we are not going to be talking about those things today. We're just going to be talking about variables. So you can name your variable anything you want, depending, let's say age, country, whatever. And what we store inside the variable is called the object. The object is called the whatever is stored inside the variable is called the object. So if, for example, I'm not coding much now, I just want to explain before we go into the depth of the coding. If I say names equal to Ruth, David, Mary, and so on. Those names that I've simplified in the variable, they are simply called objects, because they are stored inside the variable, and whatever is stored in the variable is called an object. So quickly, without me wasting much of you guys' time, let's jump into the coding part. And I'm going to be using the on-screen keyboard today because my hands are a bit tied. So if I say David, and I say again, oh yeah, the codes, and I say Mary, and I say John, and I say Hope. No, not Hope. Let's say Paul. No, let's change this to Isaac, not John again. Let's change this to Isaac. And of course, this is the variable, and these are the objects stored inside the variable. So if I want these names to appear in my console, what I'm going to say is I'm going to say print like this. I'm going to say print names. Now print simply means show. Print simply means whatever I have typed, display it for me. So if I run this, and there we go. Okay, I see we have a little problem here. I forgot to separate it. There's why you separate words using commas in Python, because if you don't separate them using commas, look, it gave us the name Isaac Paul, and it stored them in one single, in two a pair of codes, while we wrote the names in two different pairs of codes. Now please do not mind anything I have done here. You can use single or double quotes to store your objects inside your variable. I'm just using single quotes for no special reason. You can also put this in brackets. So let's rerun this, and there it comes out better this time. Isaac and Paul, not Isaac Paul. But you do know that's actually a cool name, Isaac Paul. Yeah, that's actually a fun name. So basically these are variables in, oh wow, I just realized I didn't spell the Python correctly. The T is missing, but whatever. So basically Replit is just a place where you can run simple and short, and run some short projects on Python without passing through all those processes of installing. When we reach the major projects parts, we will use the IDEs and we'll have to install Python. But that's all from me today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like. If you are not comfortable with anything, just pin it down in